What is up, everybody? My name's Dean and I'm representing our gaming, and today as usual we will be drafting Theros Beyond Death. We're going to stick with best of three, seeing as currently at ranked it is Guilds of Ravnica, which we have done to death. But if we get enough time at the end of the stream, we will hop into one and maybe just draft a deck, or we might run the first 2 or 3 games. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into traditional draft. We did really well last time. I think we got the 4 wins, 2 losses. The last couple of games were really quite intense games, and we struggled throughout both, in all honesty. We just really couldn't close the games out, but that's perfectly fine. So let's jump in here. Okay, so not the most attractive of packs. Let me just grab a screenshot of that so we can see what our pack 1 pick 1 might be. Okay. So what do we think here then? It's not really as I say, it's very much not the best possible, outcome we have here. So we have the Proteon, which is an alright card. I've had some kind of limited success with it. You do have to be a very kind of constellation oriented deck, and your opponents do have to have some reasonably strong creatures for you to kind of morph into. Birth of Meletis is okay, especially if we're really pushing towards getting that ramp. Other cards in the deck, Hateful Eidolon, I will always take one in a black deck. There's just so many auras that it becomes really powerful, and obviously the Dreamstalker Manticore is good in that kind of blue-red spells deck, but obviously the question kind of resides in terms of where is that going to become useful? Which other cards do we need in order to make that a success? And I don't think with the exception of one draft that I did off stream, sadly, I haven't been able to make that work. And that was in the best of 1, and I was able to get 3 of the red-blue chimeras, and it was really powerful. I had a couple of Manticores as well. It was a really unstoppable deck, and I think I went 7-0 on that. So yeah, so as we were saying, it's not the strongest deck possible, but we're going to jump in. We're going to pick up the Proteon, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so again, not the most thrilling second pack. So without kind of jumping to the uncommons, the cards that are sticking out for me are the Blight Breath, quite a powerful card, as well as the Itchy Fish. Itchy Fish would go well with us. It is an enchantment, and it's quite a powerful sort of removal spell. If we do look into the sort of uncommons, we have the Maya Triton, which I'm more than happy to accept in any of my black decks. It does more or less everything you want. It puts cards in the battlefield, it gains you life, and it's a death touch creature, and it's relatively cheap. However, although I do like the sort of blue-black decks, blue-white decks also have some value in this set, and Daxos, depending on how many white cards we can play, can become a reasonably powerful deck, especially if we get sort of flyers on the go as well. But this just becomes a very kind of unstoppable ground creature, and we do earn that life. So here I am happy to pick up Daxos, and blue-white isn't a combination that I've played very often, especially on stream. Okay. What do we have here then? So straight away we're quite quite difficult in terms of the permanents that we want to pick up. I'd be happy with a Revoke Existence. I mean, it does come up time and time again within this format, but it's not very exciting. I mean, we will be looking for creatures in the air with any blue deck, and actually the flying strategy for me is coming tenfold. So here I might actually go with the Vex single. Like I say, it's not as kind of heavy hitting as this removal. Revoke Existences do come up now and again. But I don't know if we should be smart. Maybe we should just be smart. Okay. Persuaded myself there. Here, a couple of potentially really strong pickups in white. Indomitable Will, but also the Favour of the Virus. This card does become quite powerful if you have them in multiples and you can play them early, which is what I'm going to be picking up here, I believe. Also, two very strong uncommon cards in Devourer of Memory and the Nessian Hornbeetle. Okay, so obviously Deny the Divine is good in terms of we are exiling cards, hopefully permanents. But Omen of the Sun would bulk up this sort of Daxos's devotion to white. It also gains you a little bit of life. However, none of the cards really interest me greatly. Inevitable End is a really strong card. I might pop. Well, I say really strong card relative to what we're seeing here. Okay. Here, now I can be kind of swayed towards black by Omen of the Dead, to some degree the Marauder, but here I'm going to take the Triton Wave Rider. As I mentioned, flying is quite powerful, and with blue-white you are looking for enchantment cards. So potentially this is one avenue of edging a win. Okay. Stern Dismissal. Always happy to pick up a Stern Dismissal. However, Glory Bearers, it is an enchantment and it gives all of our creatures that are attacking +1 defense. And I don't think, no. So this card doesn't have to attack with them, which kind of adds to that story somewhat. So we're going to go Glory Bearers. And here is a very easy Sentinel's Eyes for us. It's gone up and up in my estimation, and it's just a really good recurring enchantment card that you can always find a place for in your deck. It's quite cheap to recur as well. Here I am... Do I want the Wayfarer or do I want a second Sentinel's Eyes? I think I actually want the second Sentinel's Eyes. Very much so. Interesting that this Manticore has come round. Okay. Here, happy to pick up a Stern Dismissal. It returns a creature or enchantment, and so sometimes you can get a 2 for 1. And keep playing on these enchantment creatures. The Knight of the Hidden Coves is an enchantment, and it makes all of our other spells 1 less to cast on our opponent's turn. At the minute, that doesn't really impact us too much. However, it may do depending on what else we can pick up. Awesome. Here, not fussed about any cards. I might get the Seaguard just because that 5 toughness, as we've talked about quite a few times, does come up, and you know if we can stall the board and win in the air, that's a very good win condition for us. Chain to Memory for the sideboard. Temple Thief sideboard. Okay, so here nothing too exciting. It's actually a really disappointing. Second pack as well. So the Labyrinth is an alright rare. It's especially good if you are playing red, because it does interact with the uncommon. I think it's an uncommon. But here for me, it's going to be a 1 with the stars. It's an enchantment aura. it just takes another permanent out of the game. Nothing much more you can ask from that. Okay, and here we are starting to pick up slightly. So Calliope, its power is equal to devotion to blue. We are picking up quite a lot of blue permanents. We've got a double blue pips with the Sea Guard, and creature enchantments you have spells your opponent casts that target this permanent cost 1 more to cast. Other things that I would potentially be looking up would be the Witness of Tomorrow or the Starlit Mantle. But for me, I'm perfectly fine with Calliope. Also comes in with 2 pips. Okay, so this is actually looking really good for us. Of note, there is this excellent Warbriar's Blessing, which is a very good green card by all accounts. Here, though, I'm going to pick up the Staggering Insight. This not only gives our creatures +1/+1 and lifelink, but it also acts as a card draw engine, and I'm always very happy to pick this up. It would be good to get a Archon of the Falling Stars, but I think the Staggering Insights are more likely to kind of disappear. But no, would be happy to pick up Pegasus or the Archon. Okay, so here there's the Chimera that we briefly spoke about before. It's definitely not a card that you want to be splashing. Heliod's Pilgrim is a useful card in that it does allow us to fetch out an aura from our library. However, here I think I do need to start focusing on flying creatures. So the Wings of Hubris could be a good pickup further down the line, but for me I want to pick up the first Chimera. It's likely that it won't cost us 5 to cast, and a 3/3 flyer even on turn 4 is good value in my book. Okay, so here I think Glimpse of Freedom not really been too impressed with. I mean, it does draw you a card, but exiling 5 other cards to draw 1 card is not really what I'm about. Triton Rave Rider is a good flyer, but it's a very obviously dependable flyer if you've cast an enchantment. So for me here, I'm going to pick up the Envoy. It's good to get some early damage in. Okay, perfect. So I can pick up the Pilgrim. This will allow me to get a 1 with the stars if I've kind of got back to the wall. But other than that, it will allow us to grab a Staggering Insight or Sentinel's Eyes just to get that extra damage in. Awesome. Okay, so here again, not too fussed about these. Omen of the Sun is quite good in that oftentimes you can kind of envelop and eat up a creature, but is it worth a slot over kind of the Nyxborn Courser and the Glory Bearers? I think I might go for the Nyxborn Courser in that it is another 3-drop, which we're kind of lacking on a little bit here. The only other option would be the Glory Bearers, but I think I'd rather keep my top end as sort of shallow as possible here. I'm also all about kind of diversification of the cards that I play, unless they're kind of bombs and you have to have as many as possible in your deck. Karametra's Blessing is good. So say for example if I super up a creature with Staggering Insight, it's always good to keep the Blessing open, not only as a combat trick but to also give it hexproof and indestructible. So I'm more than happy to pick this up. Here is where I wish I didn't pick up the Courser last time. I don't really want to, so I'm going to put this Eidolon on the sideboard. It's not really a card I play too often. Here we've already got 2 Sentinel's Eyes, so happy to go for the Mantle. This is another example of giving your creature hexproof, and also with it being flash, it can win combats for you. And we did pick up the Itchy Fish, so very good. Okay, so here I don't want a second Seaboard. Singing Lionfish, we haven't got enough spells that we intend to play on our opponent's turn. So we'll pop it into the sideboard. It may or may not come in use. And happy to pick up this sort of second. Happy to pick up this second Wanderer. Impending Doom is a very strong card in red, but not for us today. As is Aurora's Blessing. That's very much a card that I would always be happy to grab. Oh, Thank you very much, Gaming T Nation, for the follow. Really appreciate that. I hope you can catch more of the streams in the future, and also remember to check out our gaming on the YouTube channel. Here, not too fussed about splashing, unless of course Eutropia emerges. Not worth splashing for Binding of the Titan. So here I'm going to pick up a Vexing Goal. Again, we want to try and be in the air as often as possible. And now we have a reasonable decision to make. Favor the Iris is a card which, you know, is relatively strong for us, and we are playing a lot of enchantments, so it would be getting in for multiple hits. However, I'm almost tempted to take a Sea God Scorn, in terms of just kind of seeing out the game, especially flyers in the air, or creatures that have been heavily souped up. Of course, it's by no means a really good card, but I'm trying to figure out ways to kind of see out the game. So I'm going to take it. We might not end up playing it, but just bear with me and let's see. So the Prophecy, I've not been massively impressed with it, especially in these sort of flying flash decks. We don't really want to signpost our opponent to what we're doing. Second Karametra's Blessing, do we need it? Or Memory Drain? Now, Memory Drain is it does guarantee a target. Double blue might be a little bit of an issue, but I think I might be happy to pick it up. I'm not entirely sure what we would be getting rid of at this point, because we are over in terms of our playables. Okay, so here, would it be a second Heliod's Pilgrim, or would it be a second Calliope? Now, Calliope has the potential for getting into for a lot of damage in this deck. Got quite a lot of double pips, so I think I might take them. Pegasus. This is really strong card. It's exactly what we want. Although there also is a Brine Giant, which will be cheaper in this deck. Maybe we do pick up the Brine Giant and try and play it as early as possible. I think I'd be game for that. Okay, so here, Hero of the Winds. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, all the creatures you control get +1. Again, good for seeing out the game. Okay, Glory Bearers. Pegasus. We did get one. Now we've got way too many playables. Loner of Lost Pride. It is good, especially if you can make it fly, which at the minute we can't. Next bomb. Okay, excellent. We've actually taken quite a lot of cards. We've got some relatively good sideboard cards as well. Should we need them? Now, I'm not saying this is as strongest deck as last week, yesterday even, but 18. Now, what are we getting rid of here? Hero of the Winds. It's a good blocker in the air, I must admit. Seaguard. Seaguard's Scorn? Is Seaguard's Scorn too slow? I wonder. I might get rid of an Eyes. Revoke Existence is good. Mantle. I don't actually want to get rid of anything, but I've got to make at least 4 cuts. I think we get rid of Hero. Although the thing is, if we cast Hero, we can just suit it up and it becomes a 2/5 flyer. We're really strong. So maybe we sack off Memory Drain. See, so these two, we don't want to be playing them as a 5-drop and a 7-drop. is the thing. We want to be playing them so much less. I've been playing 16 lands in a lot of these decks, rightly or wrongly. Until... And boy, it's just good for some early damage. Probably going to have to drop a 3-drop. Based on the fact that I haven't got many kind of flash cards, this hasn't got flash. I might get rid of knights. So 17-9. Is 2 Calliope's good? I feel it is. Get rid of a hero, or do I just get rid of? No, I think these Try to Wave Riders are going to be worth their weight. Okay. And then I'm actually thinking, do I get rid of an island and just play 41 cards? I mean, it's really reckless, and it's not what we should be doing. Yeah. It's a tricky one, right? What's everyone's thoughts? Feel free, of course, to post in the YouTube comments and tell me how wrong I've been with this choice. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I might just get rid of an island and play it out like that. 41. Okay. Let's get rid of an island. So we've got 41 cards. Greedy blue white. No, I do feel we need to. Okay. 16 and 9. No, I reckon we go with this for one game. See how we go, and then we'll count our blessings afterwards. Awesome. So that's the draft. Thank you for joining us for that, and I hope you can stick with us for the games. Quite a laid-back stream today. Okay, so what have we got going on here? I played a little bit earlier, and I've not seen anyone with the trophy pets yet. Cause I'm conscious that all of the codes got released a few hours ago. Mulligan. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm probably gonna keep 2 planes. Get rid of 1 island. Okay, not the worst start. We've got a 2-drop, a 3-drop, get another island, and we've got a 4-drop. It's all good. Okay. We just can't get rid of that Sea God. It's gone. I'm almost tempted to trade these off. If Oppo goes in for attack, I will. It just seems wasteful, but okay, more than happy actually. I'm conscious that I'm going to be putting some of like the Sentinel's Eyes into kind of the graveyard, and so Just remind me about this. Whenever a creature dies, if an aura you control is attached to it, return target card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. So that does include that. Okay, so let's go for Helios Pilgrim. Just for the sole reason that I want to try and take out some cards from. Do I go Sentinel's Eyes, or I think I'll go for the Insight here. Take out some cards from my library, try and get another land to the top. Okay, no black. I mean, here I'm more than happy to use the Revoke Existence on it, in all honesty. Okay, so I was successful in getting that. So this would make it... the thing is, actually, this can block everything I do. Do I let these trade and get this down to block this? If I do that, they can get the Leon back. Maybe I... This is sorcery, isn't it? Okay. So what I think I do the... I think I do the Staggering Insight here. And I think I Revoke Existence here. No attacks. This might be the completely incorrect line of play. No blocks here. Because remember, this has got lifelink. And I can get rid of whatever they play. Opposing got 2 cards in hand. So the Glory Bearers is fine. I'm almost thinking, do I do one with the stars? Get rid of it. And then just going for 2. Draw a card. I think I do. Nice. I'm all about the card draw. Card draw and removal are the 2 kind of staples of Limited for me. Okay, so they're really pushing for... I'm assuming they're splashing black. Ah, does that still activate there? Nice, okay. Okay. So either way, I can't really do anything about this. So they're going to be going in for 7, aren't they? Interesting. This will be available to block next turn. So I think I play this now. Oh no, it's available to block now, isn't it? Interesting. Where is that? Does it start at 1? You're not going in? Ah, no, yes, because it needs an extra one there. I think here could trade those off. No, let's just take that for the time being. Is Oppo reading, or has Oppo got something? Final Death? Ah, they're probably splashing for Final Death. Here, though, I'm going to get the Brine Giant down as soon as possible. And I'm going to go in with Calliope. Ah, I could have gone in with both, couldn't I? That's a punt. But I think they're going to... I mean, I'm happy to get rid of this. Unless they're... Okay. So let's see what they do here. Okay. Nice. So here I'm actually wanting to... perhaps I shouldn't have played that. Kind of gives me lots of information. Okay. So here, I think I go in with. I mean, they can't take everything, surely. If I attack with so if I attack with all, this can't block, and if I do attack with all, like surely they can't just try to block there because. I mean, they could. If they did, what should I do? Should I play the Pegasus or the Chimera? Well, let's go in with everything first. See what happens. I mean, if they trade they won't trade them off, but if they, so I guess this can buff, which is fine. I mean, I'm happy to get the life from this and maybe draw a card. Okay. Like I say, more than happy there. And as such, I'm going to play... I'm going to play the Pegasus. Or do I not? Let's play the Pegasus. What I should potentially have done there actually was play the Chimera pre-combat. I didn't want to give any information away, was my problem, but if I'd have played the Chimera pre-combat, I could have attacked him with all, and then does this Cyclops got reach? Actually it does, but I could have just attacked with everyone still. So we don't know what card Oppo has in their hand, but we can potentially assume that... okay, so here do I play the Chimera? Let's go in with both. Let's go in with everything. Oppo... I'm not sure if Oppo's got anything or not because that could be an activation on the Maze Warden. If they don't have anything that targets this, I'm just going to do the old lifelink. The reason I didn't want to play the Chimera as well is that at this stage, the less information you can give your opponents, the better, really. So if Oppo's got a removal for the Brine Giant, they can just eat Calliope. Okay. So here, in response, I'm going to gain a little bit of life. Go to blockers. They have to block this. They can buff 3 times. And I play Favoured of Theros. And this needs to be a creature spell. And they need to be able to play them all. This needs to be a very small creature or removal, I guess. The White Omen would be fantastic here. But I think what's going to happen is Oppo's going to be conceding, perhaps. Okay, so unless I've countered incorrectly. I play this pre-combat. Just in case, I didn't want to. I didn't want to lose that opening game. Okay, so Chain to Memory is actually quite good here in that it can potentially win us combat against one of their bigger creatures. Sentinel's Eyes. So all these are actually going to be really good. I am glad we used the Revoke Existence when we did. I was a little hesitant about it. But in all honesty, I mean, this is really good against the 3-1, the Hound. I think I'm happy with the deck, and yeah, I'm happy to run it out. It would be nice to get this Chain to Memory, but I think these are all three relatively strong cards. So it is useful to know they've got a Final Flare, but then again, I've got two flash spells, which will give my creatures hexproof. So yeah, so no real issues with that at all. Awesome. Okay, so Oppo's got a little bit more sideboarding to than we have, apparently. Hopefully not by too much. So Oppo definitely has. So Oppo's got black mana. I don't think we saw what they were splashing for, but it's likely going to be a like Final Death or something like that. How's everyone been finding Theros? Like I say, it's disappointing that they got rid of the best of one so quickly, because I do feel that the best of one offers kind of different challenges. This is a fantastic opening hand for us, by the way. It gives us options when it comes to our 4-drop, and sets us still with a very strong 3-drop, a 2/3 right off the bat. So yeah, more than happy to keep this. Oppo's deciding whether or not to play, by the looks of it. Land go. Okay, so in this case, for me, it's looking like okay. So Kayla's Celebrant isn't the best. Let's play this Plains just in case we get a second white mana. Might just run out the Daxos. Okay, so Oppo's slightly stronger than they were before. Here, this is a weird one. I think here, I think I just trade these off. It's not ideal, but it does preserve me kind of 2 damage down the future. Okay. So now we have a decision to make. This is the one that you can readjust the old life on. Here I think I'm going to pop down the Sea Guard. And it is a little bit of a back to the walls performance now. Creatures you control get +1. Okay. So let's see if Oppo wants to trade these. It's looking like they do. That's not the end of the world for us. Ah, no, they're gonna. Moses' favour? What? Did I miss something there, or did Oppo miss something there? Okay. So... Do I use that this turn? Oppo's got a lot of blocks going on. So remember, these pauses aren't for instants. Well, they might be, but it might just be pausing because they can always buff up their Maze Warden. Okay. So I've got a couple of decent blockers. Let's see what Oppo does next. I'm not excessively happy with the position that we're in all honesty. But I somewhat don't think Oppo is playing the game with us. No attacks. Oh, okay. So then, ironically, all of my creatures cost 4. What shall I do here? Get the Brine Giant down. Attacks each combat if able to. Choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. Hacktars has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number. The chosen number is 4. So, unless Oppo's got a removal spell for both of these, we'll be able to trade this off. Yeah, just get rid of it, I guess. I don't want to be taking 6 damage per turn. I think Oppo's missing those triggers on the Maze Warden. But that's fine. Everyone plays the game at their own speed. Just some people play it fast enough. That's all. Okay, so I'm not going to volunteer trading these off. You know, I mean, I've got Daxos to make this fly. Hopefully, we can get the Triton Wave Rider out as well. Yeah. So. What are you thinking, Oppo? I mean, I'm more than happy to... We could buff this, of course. I mean, I'm more than happy to trade like this. Get the Sentinel's Eyes on the Brine Giant. And just swing in next turn, perhaps. They'll need to buff this, use some mana up. It's not ideal, but... Let's go for it. And also, if they do have a buff for this, that they'll need to buff it by 3 toughness. Okay. So Oppo may have punted the first time because I think this is what they tried to do earlier. Okay. That's fine. Like I say, it's not ideal. It's not an ideal situation. So here I'm going to play out the Pegasus. And then the Sentinel's Eyes on the Brine Giant and just go in, and then force a pump spell from that. I think I do. I mean, I don't think I can bring anything back. Let's just go. Let's see what Oppo has. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this where we are. Oppo's going to combat perhaps before they played what they wanted to play. Okay. That's not ideal for us. Because they could just double block with this and that would be fine. Okay, so here I think I play the Wave Rider. Anything got reach? End my turn. Got plenty of lands. Play Daxos next turn. It'll bump it up to a 2/4, which will be good to block one of these perhaps. If Oppo hasn't got anything here, they are in trouble. Can I play both of these? I can. Okay. I don't need to though. Let's play this first. So again, like with the Maze Warden, this will stop because Oppo can obviously sacrifice a creature whenever they want. So this turn I'm going in for 5. Ah, no, actually. I could just swing with everybody. Oppo would have to... Although I would lose... So if I punt this... Okay, so Oppo would have to block with everybody. Which means that I could take 2 of their creatures away. Just with the Brine Giant. Is that worth it? I do lose the Sentinel's Eyes, but... I mean, I'll be going in for another 5 next turn. They would have to. Let's do it. Maybe Oppo. What have you got, Oppo? You gonna cast a spell on this? Nice. Nice. I mean, happy for you to get rid of Sentinel's Eyes here. If that's what you're focused on. It's good to get this out of their hand as well. So it looks like Oppo is digging. They're a game behind. They're on 2-turn clock. Yeah, it's not looking exceptionally good for them. Hopefully this is a better draw for them. Okay. Not excessively good in terms of okay. So let's play this. Ah, no, that was potentially wrong in that I won't be able to get lifelink, but that is... It's not a problem, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to go with BO3. This won't be able to block, and this will have to trade with this. We might be able to get a combat trick out of their hand. They won't even trade with it, actually, unless they do have a combat trick. They'll have to chump with it. Okay, so now Daxos is actually able to block the Cyclops as well, which is funny. I don't want to offer them the good game just yet in case they think I'm quite low on gamemanship. But it's been a good match. I mean, it's not been the easiest introductory match, but I think it has set the tone for what we need to do with the rest of the draft. So hopefully, in game 2 we'll be able to go forward. So I did mention about looking back at the deck and see if there's anything that we need to change. But actually, I think I'm pretty set with it now. The Protean hasn't come up. Starlit Mantle. Everything seems to be good. I mean, the Brine Giant was certainly doing work in the last game, and Sea God's Scorn, it would have won us either game. So yeah, let's jump back into to game two, and hopefully we can have some similar luck. Okay, so Ismail, play first. Okay, very strong opening hand again. Gonna play a plains first, just in case we do pick up Daxar in the draw step. It's a shame we don't have a 3-drop, but that's fine. Ideally, with this hand, we would be wanting the Corsair, just because Calliope is double blue. Everyone's looking like they've got quite nice owls. I haven't actually bought the pack just yet, so the sort of mastery tree stuff. So I'm a little bit behind. But I understand that you can just buy it whenever, and it kind of updates too. You know. Come on, Oppo. It's either a one colour land or a different colour land. Oppo's roping. I haven't actually experienced a disconnect for myself on stream yet. I don't know. Is there a good way to tell if you've disconnected there? Just let me know in the comments. It's always good to kind of be able to prepare for that. Okay. So it was Oppo. So like I say, we're gonna play the plains. But it looks like Oppo might not be there. Oppo doesn't want to play with us today. It is always a pain if you do play and you do disconnect for whatever reason, like one game loss in best of 3 draft. It's huge, right? One match loss is even worse. So Oppo's going to be roping again. Let's grab water. So yeah, obviously doesn't make the best video to watch. But what can you do? Probably for the best, since we didn't have that 2-drop or 3-drop. Was it a greedy keep? I didn't think so. I don't think it was. Also, does that count as an entire? Okay. I thought it would just be. I thought it'd just be a game loss, not a match loss. Oh, well, sorry about that. Okay. Let's jump into the next game and see how we're challenged. Obviously, it puts us a little bit behind, right? Because if we're playing people that's won 2 games, they've had a lot more. Two matches. They've had a lot more practice with their deck than we have. Obviously, that's not an excuse. We weren't too sure about the deck when we started playing. Gotta mulligan this. Okay. What are we getting rid of here? We're going to be keeping 6. We're going to be keeping this, this, and this. I think if... I think I'm going to go for... To get rid of the Corsair. I think it has the potential to be the worst card for us. Okay. So this could be either a fantastic move or a really bad move. Let's see. Here, depending on what they play, I may or may not be tempted to suit up. I mean, of course, if I've got better stats than it, life's bound to. Okay. So here, here I think I play. Do I change into it and just go in and try and... So every time I play an enchantment, I can turn to another creature. I mean, it would be good to get this down. I think I just play smart and get that down. So Oppo's got Omen of the Dead because there was a... Oh no, because they can sacrifice it. They can... I guess they could. Okay. So let's see where we go here. So Oppo's targeting... Oh wow, that's a huge decision. Okay, so here I don't want to kind of wait too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Staggering Insight this. And yeah, we'll select that. So now Oppo's got a decision to make on whether or not they block. If they don't block, I'm drawing a card. If they do block, they lose their creature, and it's... If this is a land, that's going to be great for me. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm not going to suit it up with Sentinel's Eyes. Oppo might have a better creature for me to do that with. Here I'm going to play the Wave Rider next, I think, depending on what they play. Omen of the Sun. Okay. So Oppo's not going to attack. They're going to... Oh, they are going to attack. Okay. Interesting. That... Does that change anything? Does that change anything? And I think... So if I play this, my life would... Let me just reread this. Becomes a copy of another target creature except it has this ability. So if I play this, I can just swing. I know. Okay, let's pop this down. Beautiful. So I'm more than happy to get this because obviously we have the lifelink still from this. Take action. So this makes us a 3/6. Oh, you are joking. You are joking. Ah, that's a punt. Okay. But not to worry, we're still fine with this. I'll give Oppo a oops. Cheers for that, Magic Historian. It's not the I was just saying before you joined that it's not my kind of... I've hardly played it, especially on stream. But the deck we've got, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. What kind of stuff have you been trying to play? Been trying to go black green. Okay, so next we're going to okay. So Oppo must have a creature. Really? Brilliant. Are you that afraid of Mill? Okay. So here, I mean, I'm fine attacking in. There's nothing really we can do at instant speed. So let's just attack in, draw a card, see what we can get. So remember, this is giving us lifelink. So Oppo attacking with these creatures. The variety, defeating half your players. Brilliant. Yeah, no, I can actually imagine that is. I can imagine that's a complete pain, actually. Okay, so we're going to play the Triton Wave Rider, play out the Chimera, and then Oppo's got a lot of thinking to do next turn. They can't keep attacking in the way they have been. We also need to consider whether or not we're going to keep. So I'm not sure when you joined us, but this is a Proton. It's not a actual Daxos. Because of course we can. Okay. So we can of course give this flying and just go in for 9 in the air with lifelink. Which wouldn't be. They do the first mill spell. Hover the mouse over the deck. 99% forfeit. Oh really? Wow. I'd have actually liked to see that. So what's that? 250 cards. Nice. Here I think I'm actually going to pop down the Pegasus. Play the Sentinel's Eyes on play the Sentinel's Eyes on the Chimera, and then change the Protean to the Chimera, and just start swinging. Yeah, beautiful. So we're going to go in for enough in here, and Oppo might concede after this. So draw those cards. Nice. Revoke their existence. I mean, happy to keep this around. I mean, the card's going to kill them. So, Magic Historian, have you gone for like multiples of cards, or you go real jank and you're just kind of throwing in one-offs as much as you can? I'm assuming there's no splashes either. Okay, so we can't do anything about that, but what we can do is we can play Calliope. I choose that, but I'm not going to switch. Decline. And yeah, so more than happy to gain that extra little bit of life, and I think Oppo is pretty much done here. Playsets if I have them, but build my sets for each new expansion slowly through drafting. No, yeah, no. The best way to play this game is to put as least amount of money into it as possible. I must admit, I do throw a little bit of money now and again. You know, if there's a particular sort of play style I like to play. I really like playing drafts, and I used to play at kind of local game stores every week. But the only issue with that is that you do end up paying a fair bit of money to draft, and then you can't actually do anything with your winnings. You can't kind of put them back into the online game. So I've just started saying, so say if I was paying like £12 a week on draft, that's money that I might, every other week perhaps put into online. But yeah, like I completely agree. It's the best way of doing it. Oppo didn't really have much that I was really scared of. I mean, the flying plan was excellent, and this was a proper superstar. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like the gold drafts are definitely the way to go. So this is best of 3, and the only reason I'm playing it is I had a few gems kind of stored up, and I was actually quite disappointed that they took that they took the best of 1 down so quickly after it only being got like a couple of weeks. So yeah, I mean, I tend to do better on best of 3s. So I kind of try to win as many gems back as I can, but no. Oh, excellent. How did you find Throne of Eldraine? It was kind of so for me. Here, I think with me being on the draw, I'm gonna keep this. We get to play the Envoy, and then hopefully we can drop either the Favoured or the Pilgrim. Probably try and drop the Pilgrim just to get more cards out of the deck. Brilliant. Yeah, no, oh, great. It's great to see we picked up the planes. I'm going to play the planes just in case we get Daxos in the kind of second draw step. Yeah, no, Throne of Eldraine was actually really good for a mono green player, right? So many powerful cards. It was unreal. Get the Envoy down. So, with me having a flyer in play, I think I'm going to play the Pilgrim next turn, assuming Oppo doesn't play a flyer. And then I'm going to get the Staggering Insight, pop it on the Envoy, and let's just see what we can do with it. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit too much land, but that's not a problem. So yeah, 100%. So we're going to grab the Insight and attack him with the Envoy. Green has been the weakest colour in the game. Amazing me to see. Find it. Yeah, no. What do you think about white? I've been like for the last 5 sets. I've been really disappointed with white. So here, I think the Sentry is actually quite a weak card. If I play the Corsair, that's gonna kind of stop it quite a lot. Which I might do, although drawing these cards is going to be insane. What's best? Actually, so what I might do, completely ignore that. I'm going to play the... Oh no, because I can play that next turn. No, I can't play both the Corsair and the Wave Rider. So here I'm going to play the Corsair, just to block the Sentry, attacking with the Envoy. I've personally got 3 or 4 cards in hand, so if they do draw a kill spell now, it won't 2-for-1 me with the Envoy. So they've got a Birth. Okay. I don't think they need to ramp too much. Yeah, no, I can buy into that. That's actually a really kind of thoughtful comment about the state of the game, in all honesty. And yeah, I agree. I agree in the most part. It's a really weird one, right? Because there is I can completely appreciate that with any game such as this, there's definitely a balance to get. That is true. That is true. Yeah, no. So I completely appreciate that there is a balance to get, but at the same time, like the whole purpose of the game is to have that kind of color pie that's equal. Oh, awesome! Do you have kind of an outlet that I can follow you on, or is it kind of like a face-to-face job? So Oppo here knows that I'm not going to be attacking in on the ground, so I would expect them to sacrifice their token. 23k is not too bad. Is Magic Historian the YouTube name? I'll give it a follow later. Awesome. So they do have the here of the winds down now. So we're not doing too much on the ground, sadly. But what I can do is maybe play the Wave Rider. And no, this isn't ideal at all. We want something that's consistently be going to attacking it. So I think I'm going to actually... Oh no. Ignore that completely. Wave Rider followed by the Chimera. I'm going to attack him with Envoy just because lifelink reasons. Oh no. I try and kind of I wasn't asking for that reason really. I try and consume as much sort of variety as possible. Yeah, so I try and get as much kind of variety of the different kind of channels as possible. So, and all the different content, because everything's so like wonderfully varied. It's really nice sometimes. Okay, so here we're gonna pop the Sentinel's Eyes on the Chimera. Oppo's got enough open for Final Death. I don't know if they have it or not. But regardless, let's go in with Chimera, Envoy, and Wanderer. No worries. Thank you very much for stopping in. And also, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you can catch another stream soon. Also, we've got a YouTube channel which is Our Gaming, so give it a follow and catch more of the drafts. And I'll catch you later, buddy. Thank you very much. Awesome. So we're going to end turn there and pass over to our opponent. And here, Oppo doesn't seem to have much. So I'm going to play Daxos. This will automatically activate the Wave Rider as well. Yeah, and Oppo can't see that. It was... Our game plan, if you remember, when we were drafting, was to put as many creatures in the air as possible and just swing as often as we can. And that's indeed what we did there. Awesome. So that's 3 wins so far. Given one of them was Oppo timing out, so we'll only count 2 of those really. But yeah, I mean the deck, just for those of you that's kind of joined since, it's essentially a few flyers, some with potential to fly. The Gull, we've not actually seen the Gull. The Protean, which we try to match to be one of our flyers. Sea God Scorn, just in case we need it in the late game. Brine Giant to hold down the fort, and lots of enchantments. Card draw. We've got Karameter's Blessing and Starlit Mantle to give that hexproof. And Daxos for a little bit of life gain as and when we need it. Helios Pilgrim to find to find these enchantments for us. Okay, where we do have a couple of counter spells in the graveyard, in the sideboard, just in case we need them. But as of yet, we haven't had to use them. But now we are going to be playing some opponents who are going to be slightly scarier for us. Awesome. Bazooka Matt. Okay, so this isn't a keepable hand. We'll give it a mulligan, and this is a lot better. We can get rid of an island off the bat, and perfect. Okay, so we've got all the lands we need at the minute. Obviously, if we do pick up a Daxos, picking up a white would be useful. Oppo gets off to a very quick start. Not what we want to see at all. Wow. Lots of 1 and 2 drops. And I must admit, we are in a little bit of trouble here. But we can combat this. We've been through worse. So no blocks at the minute. Hopefully Oppo doesn't have... no, that's good. So here I think it's all about me dropping down the... What are we on? So here I think it's about me dropping down the... I could play the Insight. But I think I'm going to play the Sea Guard. So that was pausing. So why was it pausing? What does Oppo have? I think I'm gonna go no attacks. I feel like I'm being lured out into something. Omen of the Sun it was. Okay, so essentially now we've kind of bled. Okay. So what's the best course of action here? I think approach your mage. So Oppo has something else as well. Ah, no, they can crack this, can't they? So I've played this game quite slow. Maybe they don't realise they can crack this. Maybe they're waiting for me. But hopefully we don't have another timeout. That wouldn't be good for us. Okay. So here I think, in the interest of using as much sort of mana resource as possible, I'm going to go for the Staggering Insight, becoming the Envoy, and making myself a 2/3 flyer with lifelink that they have to block. Oppo feels like they have something. It's no benefit to me if I drop the Wave Rider. So let's go in with the Envoy. See if I can draw a card. Okay. So let's play the Wave Rider. There is a chance that Oppo will play the lifelink thing on me next turn, and I'll lose Daxos. But if not, I will be getting in for 5 in the air, and drawing a card. So I think having said that, okay, nice. Gets that card out of their hand, which is fine. Nice. Okay, so here I'm more than happy to double block. See what Oppo decides to do. I don't like Commanding Presence being around. Hopefully they don't have anything to pump it with, but I don't think they've got enough mana. Kyrie's Blessing would do it, I guess. But no. Oh, he gives it first strike, doesn't it? Of course. Of course, of course, of course. I bet everyone was screaming about that. Can I not just submit 0? Decline. Okay, let's see if I draw a card. Not ideal. Decline. And end the turn. Okay. So Oppo might have something, but actually we don't have anything. So let's keep drawing these cards. Let's keep getting this life. Kyrie's Blessing. Excellent. So we're going to keep these 2 cards in hand in case they do have the lifelink, but now they are digging for something that can bring about a little bit of change for them. Okay, so pass. And my turn. Okay. Sea God Scorn could actually be really useful for me. Could go 1, 2, 3, and attack him with all. But then Oppo would just play them afterwards. So I don't think wasting this right now is a priority. I think we need to get Oppo down to a finer point of the game, perhaps. What have they got here? Final Death? Getting them to use a Final Death would be excellent. Oh, of course. Brilliant. Beautiful. Okay. Here... let's play out the Envoy. Let's pressure them a little bit in terms of time. And decline. And end the turn. Okay, so we're keeping these 2 planes in hand. Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay. So not ideal for us here. Brilliant. Okay. So what's Oppo going to be realistically bringing back? The Envoy itself. Okay. So that's fine. Let's get in with a little bit of Sentinel's Eyes just for the time being. End that turn. Obviously, it's sad that we'd lose the card draw. Ah, I should have played that. That's not ideal. Okay, and now they're going to get the Chimera. Okay, that was a mistake. That was a mistake, which very much could cost us actually. Okay. Okay, so I'm happy to take that 3. Favoured. Oh no, this. What was I thinking? I thought I was thinking this was the other Elspeth. How foolish. Okay, so we'll play that out because, as we know, they know what it is. Attacking him with 2. Okay, so Oppo's on a very slow 6-turn clock. More than happy to trade these 2 off, of course, if they do go in. Or am I? Yeah, I guess I can. Gain that extra life. Okay. So now we could potentially put them on a smaller clock if we do draw some sort of enchantment, which we may do here. Okay, so Heliod's Pilgrim, gaining a life, search for an aura, one with the stars or Starlit Mantle. It's not really scary, is it? It's not really scary at all. I think I go with Starlit Mantle for the purpose that actually now if they do have another so what am I trying to say? If they do have another final death, we can protect ourselves from it. Okay, so we're not ready to win now, but we can win next turn. Okay, so they're equipping the sword. They'll probably play that on Leonin of Lost Pride. The Eidolon. Interesting. Are they going in? They've got to go in, right? Because if not, they lose. Here we go and block with... So Daxos is actually gaining his life, I guess. Well, yeah, gaining his life. So let's block him with this. Pass the damage. Okay. Perfectly fine. My turn. So it's great to cast. It's great to cast this for 2. So if this attacks, it only goes in for 6. So let's go. Let's carry on in the air. Knock them down. And we've got lethal next turn. So we don't have to play the mantle, which is great. So we can play the Corsair. This will activate the Wave Rider, give us an extra life. And we can go in. And before we deal damage, next to blockers, land the Envoy. Boom, boom. Okay, that's a hard-fought match, which we nearly did give away, but we was able to recoup. We punted a couple of times, should have used Sea God's Scorn, should have read Elspeth's Nightmare a lot better than we did, but that's fine. We was able to sort of recoup from that to some degree. I was just thinking, in terms of, I might swap Stern Dismissal for a counter spell. I don't think it'll do much there. So yeah, let's run it back out, and hopefully we can get the win. Did we mulligan last game? I feel like we did. After a while, all the games blur into one. Okay. What is this hand about? Mulligan. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we've got to keep it. We can play a Calliope and then hope that we can start hitting something else. So we've got a little bit of defense there. It does actually artificially increase Calliope's. Okay, so the Envoy. Hopefully, okay, that's a little bit better. I'll play that just in case, you know, start getting those white cards down. Okay, here are the prize. So here for me, we're going to play a Calliope. And if they start to equip one of these, we can use the Itchy Fish just to get out of the way, pump up Calliope's power, and then we might be finding our way back in. So has Oppo got a is it Omen of the White Omen? Might be waiting for me to attack in this turn. Perhaps. So if I were to attack in this turn, I could cast Karametra's Blessing, wipe out everybody. Okay. Let's go in. Stunning work. Okay. So now I'm happy to keep the Gull back. So I'm trying to start playing as many cards as I can now because they're going to get rid of one next turn. Non-creature card, so got to get rid of Itchy Fish next turn. Pass to attackers. My turn. Okay. So this obviously isn't ideal. We need to get rid of... So we need to use both of these auras this turn, ideally. So here we're going to go Itchy Fish on the Envoy. And go in with both here. So choose a non-target, non-creature, non-land permanent. So I'm just going to cast this on the Gull. Going for 8. And then see what Oppo has. So obviously I'm using that just so that I don't have to discard anything. And then Karametra's Blessing gets removed, exiled in their next turn. Plus anything else that dies this turn from me. And actually it's been a really disappointing Elspeth's Nightmare. It's done effectively nothing for Oppo. I mean, we've only got what, Sentinel's Eyes in order to get some recursion from the graveyard, so we're not losing out on anything really. I wonder why Oppo's taking so long to... Maybe they're trying to figure out how to press 0. Come on, Oppo, there's nothing there. What are you doing? It looks like we've had some. Looks like we've had some bad luck with Oppo's timing out recently. I'm assuming it's nothing that we're doing. Okay. So Oppo needs to make a decision quickly, or they... Okay. No idea. Absolutely no idea. Well, that's fine. It's little things like that. Oppo didn't have to show us their Myers. Oh, okay. Did we already have? Oh, we did, didn't we? We did. Okay, well, we're on to the fifth game. Let's. It's been such a weird draft. Thank you everyone that's tuned in. But yeah, wow, weird. So this could potentially be our last game. And I did promise a short draft tonight. So we'll see. Nice. How long have we actually been playing this draft? What are we on? Well, an hour and 35. If we win this, people on YouTube aren't going to think it's aren't going to think we did very well and won't watch the game. Oh, I've not seen these sleeves. Where are these from? How much did they cost? Like 2 drafts? They are really awesome. I mean, yeah, I really like them. Okay, so we played the planes first, just to make sure that we could play the Daxos out. Okay, so we've already knocked the Daybreak Chimera down to a 3/3 flyer for 3, which is exceptional value. We could play the flavored. Okay, so now we go straight for the Chimera. It gives us enough mana to essentially attack him. Enough toughness to attack him. It's probably a little bit sloppy, but I think I'm fine with that. I play these games so that we can actually. Okay, Maya's Grasp is good. Maya's Grasp is good. Knocks us down to a 2/2, so they can attack him. Okay, so what do we want to do now then? I think for me, okay, so that gets double strike, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to play the favoured. Happy to take that, and again, I'm more than happy just to go in for 2. Try and persuade Oppo to block and conserve a little bit of life. Okay, so they're going in with 2. So do I trade this off? I don't think I do. I think I'm happy taking that 3. So let's see what they play. So they play in a Pegasus. Now this is an interesting one because I'm going to go straight now for a Pegasus on my own, or do I? I think I drop this. Activates double strike, gains myself a life, and I'm going in. I'm going in for 6. Oppo can block this, but it just means they take 4, and that's not a 0 amount. You know, 4 is quite a lot. It's a 5th of your life total. Okay, so Oppo's trying to slow down a little bit now. So do I offer up some sort of trade here so they can come back? I think I do. I think I just play kind of aggro. So what are they doing? So they've got an activation here. Okay, so I'm not going to attack him with, or do I attack him? So they've got something. They go for Final Death there. That's interesting. They've opted to do that. So here I might try and trade these off. I could do. Maybe I go in for. Maybe I'm going to attack again. I mean, they're more than welcome to keep pinging this off, but I'm going to keep attacking them for 4. Okay, so I've got a block here no matter what. I mean, they can pump it. So Oppo's going to gain 2 life. I go down to 17. And they got a favoured of their own. Okay, nice. Calliope. So do I keep going with these double strikes? I think I do. And I think I just keep swinging. Oppo is really on the back foot here. Are they going to give this up so quickly? They're going to trade these off. That's interesting. That stops one of the key life gains, and these 2 can trade. And I would trade these 2 off, very much so. Next turn is going to be. Okay, so they now have got enough to favour death something. Is this a second favour death in hand? I think it is. Dreadful Apathy. Gives it double strike. Interesting. Return target creature enchantment and then promotion to its owner's hand. So I'm going to go for the wave rat, the Pegasus. And I think I actually go in with, okay, yeah. I think Oppo knew. I should have actually returned the Dreadful Apathy to their hand and just swung in for 6. And actually, that's probably what I would have done in the end. Here though, I think I'm fine just to rerun it back out. Oppo's deck seems to go through quite quickly, and I'm very much happy to use that as an advantage. I think we've played Larsa already, actually, a couple of days ago, which is fine. I'm not sure what the outcome was. This is actually a perfect hand. Obviously, we don't have that many enchantments to start removing this down, but hopefully, if this can, we could, of course, take over one of our opponent's enchantments with this, which will reduce this down. We've got the Itchy Fish. It's all good. Lots of good things happening here. Okay. An enchantment such as this. So, I think I get this out first. Okay, so that's 2. It's not lifelink, is it? Okay. So here, what do I do? Do I get this out and just fly in? Do I trade these off? I think it loses all abilities. Uses all abilities, okay. These will trade. But is that the right decision? Maybe. Okay. So now I'm happy to pass. No blocks. So let's drain Oppo's hand a little bit. Soul Reaper. Calliope. Do I flash this in? Can't trade that for that. I guess I could. This is a weird one. I'm going to try and revoke the existence of this just to see if they'll trade these off. If it does, it lets me in for 1. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let's go in for 1. I might be able to end of their turn if they play another creature. If they play a decent creature, I can flash this in. I can become it. Unicorn. Okay, nice. Let's go for what happens here. I tap it, do I? Okay, let's do this on this. Let's become a unicorn. Why not? Why not indeed? Pop down Calliope. Tap this. Choose target. What? Decline. And just attacking for 5. And that is huge. Okay. That is huge. That's not so huge. No blocks. Okay. So now we're in a little bit of trouble. In that we were gearing up to play the Brine Giant last turn. But sadly that is not to be. So we can bring in the Gull. Ah, should have flashed in the goal. Should have attacked with Calliope, then flashed in the goal. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Perhaps played this all wrong, but no qualms. What does Oppo have here? Let's just attack him with the goal. Oppo might be trying to get enough creatures down to start sacking them to the land pad. Dreadful Apathy. GG. And that's our first actual game loss as well. Interesting. Lots of little mistakes there. Oppo did a lot with what they had. So here I think I think we keep the Stern Dismissal this time, and let's keep the Starlit Mantle for any sort of target spells. I think that's going to be important. So let's pop back in, and hopefully we can salvage this to end with 5 wins and no losses. If not, we've got an extra game in hand, and hopefully we can do even better than we did in the draft a couple of days ago. So play first. Ah, you're joking. Mulligan. Okay, so we'll keep this. We're going to get rid of. I think the Courser might be a good keep. Although the Glory Bearers is going to be really impactful if at all possible. What do we think? Let's get rid of the Courser just because we haven't got 2 planes. Okay. Okay, so they're getting lots of quick early drops out. Can't fault them for that. So here we would try and trade this off with Hero, although they might have a Maya's Grasp for it, which I think they do. Perfectly fine. Get out the Glory Bearers, and then see if we can see them soup up one of these creatures. If they do, we can play one with the stars, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so here we're happy to get out Calliope, and what are we doing here? We're just holding everything back. I think we might be. No, let's start. Let's try and get in. Because we're holding the, we're very much holding the advantage here, aren't we? So here, remember, we've got Starlit Mantle. Past the blockers. Block. Force a removal spell if they've got one. But no. Okay, so the Pegasus. Pegasus is big game. Do we perhaps just want to get rid of it? I think we do. I just want to just move it out of the way, and so we can attack for 8, and yeah, they need to start thinking. Questions need to be asked. Nice. So Calliope stops a final death next turn, which is excellent. They haven't got enough to get the Underworld Charger back, so let's see what else they've got in their hand. Lampad. Okay, so this could be really useful for us. I think again I'm fine going in for 8. See if they've got anything. It feels like they have. They could have the... No. And so I'm going to soup up the... Is there any benefit in souping up the Pegasus now? What would it do? What would it actually achieve? And I don't... if they've got Elspeth's Nightmare, I guess. Okay. Okay. Persuaded myself there. Are they going to get rid of that? Perfectly fine. What are we doing? Are we attacking him for all and try and get rid of 2 of them? Really? Okay. And this needs to be a big game. This could be a this could be final death. Yeah. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. Are they going to go in for? Are they going to go in for anything? So here we get rid of one of these and one of these. I think we. So it's got 4, so they can throw a couple in front. Let's see what they do first. Nice. A part of me wants to itchy fish, but then also they can get this back. Ah, but they can't attack with it, so it would be wasted. Final death, wow. They're really going in on it. Attacking with both? Okay. Not ideal this. Not ideal at all. Come on, we're only down to 2. They're gonna... Oh, they can't sack this because this can't... This can sack creatures. Well, that's technically an enchantment now. So, if Oppo does get this back, I will itchy fish it, but it's not... Oh, what a shame. Where's all our creatures gone? So the thing is, they're just going to sack it, aren't they? But I've got to, right? Because all they need to do is cast something on this next turn. Let me keep playing lands for the sole reason that if we get Herald of whatever it is. Okay. Not so good. Give them the GGs. Drats. In that second game, absolutely nothing we could have done better. We kind of dispersed all of our enchantments around our creatures. You know, it's one of those things. But anyway, more than happy to jump now into the final game. So currently we're at 4 wins, 1 loss. So here we go. Here's for the 5 wins, and what is it? An extra 300 gems. So yeah. So it would be good if we can pull this win off. Okay, so that loss actually, because it went into 3 games, it did actually use up quite a lot of time. So Oppo goes first. I'm on the draw. So I think I'm happy to keep this. All we need is 1 more land, and we can start to play a little bit. Got a Starlit Mantle to get us going, so not too much of an issue there. Here we go. Perfect. So auras cost 1 less to cast. Aura is great to see. Okay, so here I think I'm going to go in. See if we can get Oppo to cast something on us. What do they have? It kept stopping, so it might be the Omen. Let's see. Play Favored of Iros here because we can play Daxos next turn, or anything really if we pick up a land. Okay, Wave Rider. With Wave Rider, I might be tempted, you know, to just one with the stars, get it out of the way, and attack him for 5. What do we think? Given it can't attack here. Okay, let's do this actually. No? Go on, block it. Okay. So I was able to get him for 5 there. It's okay. So we've got the Unicorn. Will they attack him with the Wave Rider? Possibly not. So here I think... No, let's not be wasteful. Let's not be wasteful. But instead what we can do is... use one with the stars to get rid of the Unicorn. And just attack in for... I mean, they're going to have to trade this with the Favoured here. What? Wow, okay. Okay, we'll definitely take that. We'll definitely take that. So we're a little bit shy on mana. Let's not beat around the rust and lie on the situation. Oppo must have plenty to do. Banishing Light. Are they going to Banishing Light the one with the stars? That would be the... That would be what I would do. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Does seem very seems very aggressive though, doesn't it? Have they got anything else? They must have something else. Chimera. Wow. Okay. Okay. Now we've got a bit of a game on our hands. I need to be getting into the air, don't I? Do I play Starlit Mantle or do I play this? It's a little bit... Almost feels like I should be playing this and then attacking in with these two. Attacking in with both of these. Double strike. Yeah. I mean we're not in an ideal situation, I must admit, but okay. So they're holding that back, so I think they might have a flash constellation card or something similar. We can play the Brine Giant next turn though, interestingly. If we do get a blue, that would be very interesting. What do they have if they're attacking with a Wave Rider? What do they have? They're not. Do I shade one of these with the Unicorn? Perhaps. I mean, Brine Giant next turn would be big value. But I need to keep both of these alive in order to do that. Okay, so I think I don't take. I think I don't block. Let's play the Brine Giant. Gain a bit of a life. And attacking with the Glory Bearers. Try and trade for the Wave Rider. I mean, it is 3 damage. So they've got something. I mean, this is a perfect use of Sea God Scorn if at all possible. Okay, wow. Oppo. I mean, Oppo needs to play a creature. Starlit Mantle. Ah, of course. Good game. They didn't need to play a creature, they just need to play an enchantment. Okay, nice. I like that. Is it when you cast or is it when it enters the battlefield? Enters the battlefield. Maybe we pick one of these up. Turn target creature enchantment to its owner's hand. Nice. You know, even if we only finish off with the 4 wins, I'm more than happy with it. We get a few gems back, but more so actually we've had some fantastic games. In this draft. Well, obviously with the exception of the person that wasn't able to connect. Okay, so 100% play first, and it is a keep even though it's not ideal. We're gonna play planes just in case we get Daxo, which we didn't. So islands. So we could only have a turn 4 play here. Leonin is good. Okay. So we need to pass. Like I said, not perfect. Okay, Helios Pilgrim. Yes, not ideal at all. What are they going to get? Are they going to get commanding presence? Is it? Staggering Insight. Okay. So here I play the Wave Rider, and whatever they play the Staggering Insight on is what I will be blocking, I guess. Okay, so we've got to trade these two off realistically. Can't keep taking that damage. Okay. Wow. Ah. Not so good, everybody. Not so good at all. Interesting that they didn't play the Staggering Insight. Unicorn. Okay. So here we go for Calliope. We can't play Evoking Existence, and sadly, I think this is going to see us lose. If I was them, I would be gearing up the Pegasus. So that Envoy. So this gets tapped. Now, that's... Did they punt there? So I think I have to hold this back, don't I? So they play the Staggering Insight on the Envoy. That's good. I can potentially get a 2-for-1 there. GG! Wow! 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 That's the kind of deck that I needed, everybody. Nice. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference, right? Because they've just put this on the Pegasus. If I'd have played that out, there was no other creature I could have had. Yeah, Oppo did me dirty there. I guess I could have played the Staggering Insight on Calliope, tried to get back 4 life, but they would have just let that go through, and it would have been random depending on what card I would have picked up. Okay, everyone. So I'll open these packs for you. But yeah, so whilst I'm doing this, thank you everybody for joining us, either either in chat or whoever watches on the YouTube videos or the Twitch replays. It's always great streaming for you guys. So I've been Dean, and I've been representing Our Gaming. So you can find us on YouTube at Our Gaming, or if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and also view us on Twitch at Our Dean. And yeah, I hope you can catch a live stream. We're trying to do as many as we can, try and fit in as many different drafts. Sometimes I'm going to be playing standard as well, so you can tell me what sort of decks you want me to be playing on stream, and hopefully we can accommodate some of those. So thank you very much everyone for tuning in, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.